everybody, welcome back. So in today's video I'm just going to play with some makeup. I just pulled a couple things that I haven't tried yet. Actually I forgot one thing. I actually forgot two things. So I forgot mascara and some face powder. So I kind of went through, I have a couple things here that I haven't actually gotten a chance to play with since I purchased it. So I'm just going to go ahead and start with my moisturizer. I don't normally do this on camera, but I figured why not today would be a good idea. So I have this Yes to Carrot, Yes to Coconut, I guess all of them start with T, Yes to Cotton, comforting facial moisturizer. And this is cruelty-free and 98% natural ingredients. So I got this on clearance at Target one time, and I figured why not? Everyone needs a moisturizer. And then I use my e.l.f. under eye hydrating under eye primer. Just take a little bit of this, and I kind of put it on my under eye, and then I put it on my lids, and then I will pat it in with my fingers and then go in with my sponge. The settings were changed on my camera and I just fixed them, so that's why things look a little bit different, a little bit more color balanced instead of so bright. So I'm just taking a sponge and just kind of going over that moisturizer or hydrating under eye primer. And then I'm going to try this Pacifica Natural Minerals Cherry Matte Mattifying Primer. I'm going to try some of this. I'm actually just going to squirt it on my sponge. This is a EcoTools sponge, and I haven't tried this yet. I haven't tried the primer, but I have tried this sponge. So I like to apply primers. It smells like, I don't really know if it's cherries, but it smells kind of fruity. Normally at this point I would go through and like pluck my brows, but I'm not going to do that on camera because I would have to have like a mirror like super extra close to my face, and it wouldn't make any sense like that close just to see all the tiny little hairs. So I'm just going to comb through them on an everyday basis. That's what I would do. I normally do my brows after my foundation because I guess I'm a little bit sloppy. So the foundation that I'm using today is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation, and mine is in the shade 222 and Light Natural. When they had that, when I did my Tarte haul, I bought this in a like $62 or something really cheap sale that they had, and I think I got a shade a little bit too dark, but if I use this sparingly, it actually blends into my skin really nicely because I have a darker of an undertone. So I actually tried this and it didn't look actually half bad on my skin. It just looks so much darker in the bottle. But I've learned in the past that I tend to pick really lighter foundations because like my arms are really pale. My face isn't. I guess it retains, all your skin reacts differently to the sunlight, so like I cannot get sun on my legs to save my life. Like my legs will not tan. So this is something I'm going to use in the video, but it has a really nice mirror. So this is the Rach Loves Pixie highlighter palette. And first of all, highlighter. Second of all, Pixie, cruelty-free. And then third of all, we have the same name. So, really helped in my decision of making this purchase. So, okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is just powder my face a little bit. I'm not going to do my under eyes yet. I'm just going to powder my face just a little bit because I really think that makes a difference for me. So I just kind of go on my forehead, but you can see that foundation did not end up looking very dark at all. It just kind of gave me a very nice natural tanned look to my face. And this is just the It Cosmetics Celebration Foundation. This is something that was in my previous project pan, and you can see that I did quite a bit, but I'm just continuously using it because it is a good foundation founder? It's a good powder foundation. So okay, so before I move on into any of the eye stuff or anything like that, I'm gonna go before I move on to the rest of the face, I'm gonna pull out these two Essence palettes. This one is Ula Rio and Salute Paris. I think that's how I say it. Salute Paris and Ula Rio. So the Paris one is kind of pinks and purples and kind of romantic. And then the Rio, they actually have, I think, 3 or 4. I'll put them here on the screen to show you which ones they had to offer. They were $10 a piece, and yeah, I'm gonna go from there. I think I'm gonna use the Paris palette because I've kind of been eyeing a little bit more pinks and purples lately. So I have 2 foil sleeves here. So for my eye primer, I'm going to use this Terry Moore eye primer that I got in my Petit Four unboxing. I will put it in the eye cards up here so you guys can check that out. It's a really nice subscription box, and this is a full-size product. You don't always get full-size products. You might just get like deluxe size samples, but I've never gotten any foils, like, and if there's multiple or anything like that. So anyways, this primer, it's the first time I'm using it. The first time I'm using a couple things. It feels really, really nice. I'm trying not to have my eyes like crease too soon. Okay, so let's just go ahead and grab some eye brushes and dip into this palette. I'm going to go ahead just a little bit on the crease. I'm not going to set the eyeshadow because I don't know how it's going to perform. So I'm just going to go in with this shade first. Right, well, I think I'm going to go with this one and just kind of start to blend it out, and then I'll go in with some more purpley tones. So this is an Essence eyeshadow palette, by the way, and it just looks so pretty. We shall see how it turns out. It has a nice mirror in it. Look at how good that's going on. Let's zoom in just so you can see how these products work just a tiny bit. My nose is like really itchy. So far, this shade right here is performing really, really well. Like, it just is like almost like effortlessly going on. So it is kind of a pinky or purpley undertone to it. I'm just kind of blending that through. It just looks almost like it just like blended into my skin, and it's still got a good pigment to it. Okay, so I'm going to take that same brush, I just dusted it off, and I'm going to go into this purpley tone right here. And they don't have names, so I'm just going to say it like it is. Okay, I'm just going to build this up more into the outer corner and blend that into the crease. So I kind of want this color to be a little bit more of our star shade here in the outer corner. Now, I am impartial to Essence eyeshadows. I've always kind of liked them. Some people are like, they are just not my cup of tea, they're not my friend. And to me, I'm like, I just, you know, I think I can appreciate a nice subtle eyeshadow. I think that they do have their place, and in some cases we do not always need a full-on pigmented eyeshadow, because for everyday use I feel like just a nice wash of a light color can really bring the day. Bring it home. You're just going to a simple running some errands. You're not going to need a full-on pigmented purple shadow, you know. Now, I know when you want a good purple shadow, you do want a good one, but you know what I mean? I'm trying to justify the reason that I love these. There was a set that came out a while back. I did a video on it a while back, like 2 years ago, and I just bought every single one of them because I just loved how they were. They were nice, subtle eyeshadows, beautifully shimmers, almost kind of give you that wet look on your eye. So, okay. So I'm just going ahead and I'm just going ahead and blending that through. This is like actually not too bad. I'm, you know, maybe it's the eye primer, but it just kind of is just blending beautifully. You tell me, what does that look like? Beautiful? Not beautiful? I think it's beautiful. Okay, so I'm just kind of building that up, and then I'm going to go in with these two pink shades and then call it a good day. Okay, so I'm going to take the more shimmery one here and put that on the majority of my lid. That is super, super buttery. Now this is what I'm talking about. Like Essence, they make shadows that almost just kind of give you that wet appearance. Here's the two pink shades. Like they're really, this is a good palette. Taking this pink shade first, and I'm gonna put that on the majority of the lid. Now I'm going to kind of swirl my brush around in there to pick up the most of the product that I'm going to need, and then pat that on my lid so I don't get very much fallout and I get the most color payoff. Okay. I am loving it. I am in love with this look so far. This is my preference. It's like a soft romantic pink. Look. I'm taking that other pink lighter shade that's on the corner right here. I am not mad at these eyeshadows. Now, it could be that eye primer, which is a really good sticky eye primer, and I'm actually really in love with it. And I'm very glad that I have it, because I think that it will be something that I will use quite frequently. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do some work on my brows, my under eye, my brow bone. And I'm going to take this shade and I'm going to put it up there, and then I'm going to put a little bit of lighter pink just to kind of help brighten it up, because that lighter pink has a shimmer. Now there is quite a bit of mattes in this palette, which is really nice because, you know, I think that most palettes have too many shimmers. Because when it comes to shimmers, normally you can only wear them like just one color on the lid. You know, just a nice, which has its place. Okay, so that is our eyes with the Essence Salou Paris palette. And I think that looks really pretty. So let me know if you want to see the other Rio palette in action. I haven't, oh man, I need to do a playing with makeup with the Born to Run, because I have not used that one yet either. So I have the Essence 2-in-1 eyeliner pen. I have used this in the past, but I just can't remember how I feel about it. So I'm going to do that just real quick. This liner is alright. It's not dry by any means. The felt tip applicator is actually not too bad to work with. It's really flexible. It's just not the most blackest liner. I recommend Essence for beginners, people on a budget, and if you're not like looking for anything special, I recommend them quite often because they're actually pretty awesome for being their affordability. Did not realize that we're going to have so much Essence in here, but I also have an Essence mascara. This is the Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. This is not my most favorite Essence mascara. It's actually kind of on the low end. It just kind of gives me length, then it doesn't give me volume at all. I like fluttery, kind of big fluffy lashes and like a bigger, fatter brush. So I like this one a little bit more than that one, but this one's not my favorite either. So Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to the face real quick. I'm going to go ahead and conceal, and I have a little tiny Tarte Shape Tape, which I've not jumped on that bandwagon yet, so let's go ahead and give it a try. I do know that this is quite full coverage, but I do like the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. I'm just gonna put a tiny bit more on there. That's not too shabby. Not too shabby. Let's go ahead and set that. This is just a Coastal Scents brush. Had for a while. It's just a dual fiber brush with my cosmetics. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and move on with another Essence product. I did not realize I had this much in here, but so be it. This is the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. Smells like coconuts. I'm going to take it on this stippling brush from e.l.f. and just kind of contour, but bring it higher up on the cheek. So contour, but like a bronze at the same time, because this is matte. I actually got this for $1.99 at a grocery store. Go figure. Okay, now I'm going to just take a little bit of a dip in here and run this on my neck and down. So I like the way that that kind of helps blend it. So I pulled this out. This is a Bare Minerals blush, and this is in the color Tropical Radiance. I used to use this so much, like every day almost. I just haven't. And summer is creeping to be over a little bit, so I decided I would pull this out because I wanted to use it again because it's so beautiful. So it's kind of like a peachy orangier tone with some shimmer. And I don't want to put too much on because I really do want to play with that Rach Loves highlighter palette. But just as you, I just remember blending this in, and it's just so beautiful. I just love it so much. Oh my gosh, I am just like so glowy today. This is my summer glow. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and take my face powder, the brush that I use for my face powder, and kind of help blend that out a little bit more and into that bronzer. Alright, for the pièce de resistance for me is this highlighter palette. Isn't it beautiful? It's very beautiful. Okay, so for when the premise of this is that you're supposed to mix them. So I've been seeing people like mix like everything else but not the purple. So I'm gonna actually mix the purple, and I'm gonna mix it with Clutch. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Clutch on my brush and add a little bit of that to my cheek and just really kind of mesh it with my skin here. Clutch is the bigger one, the lighter of the bigger ones. And really blend that through onto your cheek. And then I'm going to take Zipper, which is the purple tone, and put that over top. And just blend these all together, making them one. And for my lips, oh my god, that was hurty. For my lips, I'm going to take this Dominique Cosmetics Lemonade Lip Gloss. It's the one that we got in the BoxyCharm. Use that very much since I got it, so. Oh my gosh, my foot's asleep. Oh, my foot's asleep, and it's coming, it's waking back up, and it's kind of feeling not so great. Alright. So that was some fun playing with some makeup, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you did like this video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe so you can come and play again with us. And I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.